It sucks that arcade has capture the flag and competitive capture the flag at the same time. So it's taking up fun game modes like a potential 4v4 team deathmatch.
Oh, right, yeah, of course.
And instead we get like these really boring, kind of kiddish game modes like Total Mayhem.
I don't like them.
Yeah, it's like nobody over the age of 11 likes that type of stuff. That's like when you go into the server browser and look at all the custom games, it's just a whole bunch of 10-year-olds playing 500% increased everything.
Yep, no, you're right.
And I mean, I had fun doing that when I was 10, but I don't know why that has to be a whole game mode when it takes the spot away from something fun like 4v4 team deathmatch. How is this fun? The arcade problem is that cheesy and mess around game modes are taking the spots for fun and interactive ones. Alright, I'm just gonna talk straight into the mic here. We're at my main menu in arcade. This is the arcade problem. I believe I used the term mess aroundish in my first definition. And what I mean by mess aroundish, it's that there's literally no thought going into the game mode, like from the player perspective. It's the type of game mode where you hop on Discord with friends, put your game sounds at 10%, and just chill. That's not what it should be. That's what server browser is for. Finding random lobbies like that, that's what that is for. Arcade should still have fun and interactive. And I understand you guys will probably be like, Nateson, you're looking at this like a competitive player. Yes, it's true, I am drawn to the competitive side of games, but I still like arcade, and I do play a lot of arcade, especially when it's kind of late at night and I don't want to play a comp game. I'm not looking at arcade like it should be competitive, even though there's a new competitive game mode in it. I'm not looking at arcade game modes like they should be competitive. People should be talking and working together about every little move. No. What I'm saying is that we should have game modes that are still somewhat interactive. Look at our 3v3 lockout, 6v6 lockout, 4v4 team deathmatch. These game modes are incredibly fun, and I think these are the best game modes that arcade has to offer. But the problem is, they're being hidden and tucked away, and we can't even play them right now because we have to deal with 6v6 Total Mayhem today, or maybe tomorrow it's going to be 1v1, which some people do like 1v1. I personally absolutely hate it, but it's not the worst thing ever, except to me. We have to deal with Total Mayhem, which is, as you can see right here, basically everything is faster except movement speed. You have a lot more health, your ultimate gets charged in about 2 seconds, and your cooldowns are done literally the second you use your ability. Almost. And then you have mystery heroes where the game just gives you random heroes every time you die. This one isn't as bad, it doesn't trigger me as much, except for the fact that it never changes. This really kind of pisses me off. The Total Mayhem part, and obviously I'm not as mad as I'm making it out to be. It's just a game mode. I mean, who cares? But when I want the game to always be at its best. I want people to play this game and just absolutely love this game. And just little things like this can be frustrating when they have game modes. Like, can we talk again about how good the game mode 4v4 team deathmatch is? I don't even know if the Overwatch team realizes how good of a game mode that is. I'm absolutely floored when I play that game mode at just how well, especially with some of the maps. That game mode is so much fun. It is nothing like how normal Overwatch is played, but at the same time draws a lot of the same elements and really captures that ability to still work with the team, and at the same time it has that arcade-ish feel to where, again, it's not really like you're playing Overwatch, but you are. The arcade problem is that fantastic, phenomenal game modes are being held back by stupid 200% health arcade modes. Why? Okay, so you heard me in the beginning of the video when I was talking to Ragtag, just running this, my thought process behind this by him. I kind of called it a kiddish game mode. Now listen, just to clarify, I do not mean that in a derogatory term at all. What I mean is that the target audience is definitely very, very young, and that's completely cool. That's cool to have parts like that in the game, but I don't understand why the majority of the player base has to suffer so that little Timmy can play on 200% health for the next couple days. You know what should be happening? They should be going here for that. That's what game browser's for. Blizzard has added so many good parts to Overwatch. Like the game browser where you can do, look again right here, 500%. almost a full lobby, people doing 500%. And notice when you're scrolling through, you'll see a lot of 500%, random like chilling lobbies where you're not supposed to shoot each other. It's very strange, but that's exactly the beauty of the server browser and making custom games. That's where people of that target demographic or whatever can be playing game modes like the Total Mayhem should literally never be an arcade slot. It should be a custom game people can do on their own for fun. It took me 3 minutes to find a Total Mayhem game, an arcade. It took me 3 minutes to find an arcade game mode, which is a lot. There are so many people playing this game. There are so many people playing Overwatch. It shouldn't take more than a minute and a half to find any game mode. But that does show how little people like Total Mayhem. Also, I know it's the same way for Mystery Heroes. I'm sure it's worse for Mystery Heroes. And obviously, this is all just my opinion. If you think differently, say it down below. Tell me exactly what you think. I'm going to be responding to a lot of comments, hearing what you guys have to say. But basically, what I'm saying here, TLDR, boiling it down to a sentence or two, game modes like Total Mayhem and Mystery Heroes should not be standard arcade game modes. These belong in the server browser where people can make custom games. The definitive game modes that shouldn't be changing should be things like 4v4 team deathmatch, 3v3 lockouts, and 6v6 lockout. Those should always be able to be played. So that's how I feel about all this. Blizzard has great game modes, especially, I'm going to say it again, I know you guys are sick of it, 4v4 team deathmatch. It is the game mode that rivals competitive Overwatch. The greatest game mode in the history of game modes. This game mode right here, I'm saying it. Team Deathmatch, 4v4, is almost as good. It is that much fun. So Blizzard, please let us play it as a normal arcade mode and get rid of Mystery Heroes and Total Mayhem. Nobody plays it. Alright, this was an amazing video. Take care everybody. See ya.